Star Trek: The Next Generation was a show.
Star Trek: The Next Generation
everybody
was
I interacted
a show that I started watching when I was a really little kid. Can you believe it's been 30 years? Star Trek: The Next Generation first.
Star Trek: The Next Generation was my life as a kid. It was the escape from reality.
Welcome to Next Generation's First Generation, where Patrick Delmore and Sascha Schaudies take a look back into their favorite childhood show, Star Trek: The Next Generation. This is where we attempt to reconcile how we felt as children watching the show and looking back as old farts now in our late 30s, almost 40s.
Hello and welcome to the 20th, or the 19th I should say, episode of Next Generation's First Generation, covering Season 3 of Star Trek: The Next Generation. We are covering kind of a snoozer of an episode today, so I'm hoping that our commentary won't put you to sleep.
Pull over if you feel drowsy.
We've got a packed house again. Matt's here.
Oh, hello.
My dad, Tom, is here.
Hi.
As a holdover from the last episode.
That's
This is not. We talked a little bit about this one
As a hostage from the last
yeah. And Sascha, our co-host, and me, Patrick Delmore, are here to cover Captain's Holiday, the infamous Picard tries to be Indiana Jones and a pair of nut huggers and does not succeed.
Oh, brother. All right, so we're going to give you the countdown, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So go ahead and cue up your viewing cube. We're
watching this on the Netflix this time.
Not CBS?
Nope.
Netflix, but it'll still be in all its HD glory.
Yeah.
So here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
And away we go.
Hey, what's that called? That little...
Horgon.
The Horgon?
Horgon, which you turn in if you want Jamaharan.
So it makes the horse go away?
Yes.
Horgon.
Horgon.
Oh yeah, we have one right here in the studio.
Yeah. It's plastic. You can put nuts in the top of it.
That's a good place if you want your horse to be
Not a nut thing. It's where you put ketchup so you can dip your fries.
Yeah.
So here two really undressed or overdressed individuals wearing space mittens.
Yeah, it's
and mother of pearl shells apparently in their outfits.
They are allegedly from the 27th century. So it'll be interesting to see if they make a return on Star Trek Picard.
That would be cool. We don't know about them yet. Or we don't know that these folks are from the future though.
No, we
Picard's not in the 27th.
I know, but they could come back. They're very interested in Picard. Oh, he's not here yet. What are we going to do with this sex resort?
Eunuchs.
Can you imagine on those faces getting one of those folds infected? Like, imagine having a cold and you have to just swab out each gill.
It wasn't until now, but dude.
My pleasure. Oh, it's a great set. Look at that. Look at that shot. Oh, we get the whole... That's like, what's a wide-angle shot? It's a fisheye lens. That's what they use.
They hold hands when she gets back.
Or he tries to.
Yeah.
He reaches for her hand, she pulled away.
So
I'm going to kind of get my keys out of my pocket.
She gets a good dig at him in this, because he's all excited to send Picard to the resort, and he's like, and the women. And I talked about the women, and she's like, yeah, a little bit too much there.
They still have the old red stripe uniforms for the lower ranking ensigns.
Very well.
Picard, you need to go to a sex resort.
Yeah.
Now, as a gentleman as well traveled as him, I'm surprised he's never heard of Risa.
Risa was always described in a way that seemed a lot better than what we got.
I don't know.
It's like Sandals. It's like Sandals Jr. over there.
It's not a... I mean, he's well-traveled. He has absolutely no reason why he would ever go there.
Right.
But everybody's heard of Hawaii and Vegas, so I figure everyone would have heard of Risa.
If you heard... Yeah, but... It's a big galaxy. You're talking about one planet, one large thing. You're talking about a galaxy now.
Now, Gene Roddenberry, I believe, was in the Navy. Matt, you know this better than me.
He was in the Army. He was an Army Air Corps.
So
flew bombers over Germany.
So they could go to, say, like, Cambodia or Thailand for shore leave. And where again, I want to be, not disgusting, but make my point here. Sex vacations were a thing, especially for servicemen. And you could just, wear something or,
Not
get a
when
signal.
he was World War II. They didn't, and then he got out, and he was in the Army Air Corps in Europe.
Okay.
Not Southeast Asia, so...
Well, it's not an unheard of concept, is what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
So, on this episode, this is the 19th episode of Season 3, and here's something really interesting. This was written by Ira Bear. That's the showrunner for Deep Space Nine. And now that I think about it, this episode will have a very Deep Space Nine feel to it.
Yes, it will, as we're going to see Max Grodenchik, who played Rom on Deep Space Nine, will also play Ferengi in this.
What?
Yep.
Wow, cool. They really recycle those guys. Well, they're good at what they do.
Well, we had our terrible... DS9 had a terrible Ryza episode as well.
Oh, yeah, where Worf sabotaged the weather system because he was grumpy at Dax.
They have yet to do a good Ryza episode on any of these series.
I like that one way better than this Ryza episode. They also had a Ryza episode in Enterprise where the Tucker showed up in a Hawaiian shirt.
Huh, Tucker.
He's like, you gotta be seen to get noticed. Look at all these pads that can hold exactly one book.
I love that. I just love that idea. It's like how we did our commentary for Big, where he basically pitched an iPad to the group as a toy, and they're like, that's completely ridiculous. No one would ever want that. Because it was for reading a comic book on, which a lot of people use iPads for now.
Yeah, that's right.
Exhaustion, irritability.
Oh, he's getting it from the doctor. You need a sex vacation.
And he's losing what's left of his hair.
God, that's what T'Pol tried to do too. Is like, you need a sex vacation.
Except she just came right out and said that.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't ever really get to see like a starship where you see like how many beds people would just be in and out of on the ship until Star Trek Beyond.
Right.
Where they kind of panned around the ship and all the younger officers are kind of in and out of each other's rooms, which is very, very frowned upon in the U.S. Navy.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of your private space.
Yeah.
Unless you're actually invited in. That's like, why are you here?
If you're sitting cheek to cheek with even in the mess with a officer of the opposite sex, your CO is going to walk past and ask if you're on a date.
I suppose I could find a few hours to spend on the holidays.
Which is what he should have seen. He should have done this whole thing on the holodeck.
Oh, that would have been good.
It reads like a holodeck program. This whole thing is an extension of that gag that they did in the episode where he wanted to go into Dixon Hill and relax, and people kept interrupting him. It's that for.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, thankfully the Ryza doesn't take up the whole 45 minutes. But Dad, you said you were fairly annoyed with everybody telling him he needed to go on a vacation.
Every time.
Yeah, we need a vacation.
Right.
Yeah, we need a vacation.
Just step into the hologram. He even said he would do that.
It would have been funny if they'd gone on some like cockamamie mission that they didn't want the captain to know about while it was on Ryza. Because that's what
we gotta get these ingredients for Data to bake a birthday cake, but we can't have Picard on the ship. Where do we send him while we figure this out?
That's how what's his name? That's how Dewey got sent to the Philippines.
What?
Yeah,
what?
no, it's because Theodore Roosevelt, who was the Undersecretary of the Navy, kept telling his boss he needed a vacation. And finally his boss took one, and Roosevelt goes in there and goes, Admiral Dewey, I need you, and posted outside the Philippines immediately.
Oh, jeez.
Yes.
Oh, Riker's like, the women. Did you know there are women there? Yes, women.
Women.
Why he's even blocking the door? That's how intent he is. I want to watch Deanna's facial expressions here.
Will,
Yeah.
I just had some terrific news.
Really?
There's an excellent chance that my mother may be joining us on Starbase 12.
Oh,
She's returning home.
Mother?
from
Now it's time to leave. Because Mrs. Troy,
I
nobody
just like the way
likes
this
Mrs.
is your
Troy.
mother.
Yeah, don't worry. We will see her this season, just not in this episode. She was obligated to show up once a season.
Well, when you're the creator's wife,
Yeah.
you kind of get that privilege. Oh, do you see that? Deanna was just like, yes! Well, she knows she's got the real ammo on Picard. It's like, he's not gonna do this out of his own sense of self-preservation.
Like,
He's
no.
gonna do this out of the preservation of an awkward situation.
Now, as soon as the captain's gone, we know of a system of binary stars where it's just like being inside a disco ball. I guess, yeah, on Discovery, which also came out after Star Trek Beyond, you also see the crew really fraternizing with each other quite a bit on that too.
Yeah,
They have the big party with the DJ and everything.
I find it very interesting and a little disconcerting. Actually, I should say, not interesting. It weirds me out to watch Riker smile.
Yes, it's very lascivious.
He never has a nice passive relaxed smile. He's not smiling right here either. He's just kind of. You can see it in his cheeks.
He smirks, is what he does.
Yeah, here's her thing, Sasha.
Too often.
Yeah.
Just what you want to hear from your ex-girlfriend about how many hookers there are.
Yeah, we just 3 episodes had to watch her sit next to him while he was on trial for murder, and then it comes up that he probably sexually assaulted someone. And she's got to sit there and hold his hand. He's like, it didn't happen like that. And she goes, well, as far as she's concerned, it did. So,
Done deal.
yeah.
We will be out of communication range when we leave orbit.
Good for Worf. The smart thing, leave a security detail with him.
Risa has a reputation of being the most peaceful.
Worf should have gone with him.
Well, again, in that
he would have hated that.
In that Deep Space Nine episode.
Ship is yours, number one.
I went in the pool and my wig fell off. I looked like an idiot.
Worf.
What hair has no honor?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a beautiful Risa shot there in the
Also,
HD. Oh,
that
it's
bizarre.
epic.
That has the really bizarre story that doesn't gel with anything else that ever happened with Worf. That when he was a kid, he was on a soccer team, and when the game got won, he headbutted another kid for fun and killed the kid. Yeah.
He didn't mean to kill him.
No, but still,
he
it
just-
was like for fun. It was like, yeah, and then he ends up killing the kid.
I think the point of the story was he didn't know his own strength and that
it's
he
why-
has to be really fragile.
Why Worf hates fun.
Yeah.
Hey, there's our friend. Oh, what's her name?
And man,
Yeah. I like
31 was a lot older 30 years ago than it is now.
her. Right? She's 31 there?
She's 31.
Holy freaking smokes, man.
Yeah.
Mistaking me for someone
I'm
else.
40.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh, man. I think her name's Jennifer Hetrick, if I remember correctly. Born 1958.
Yeah.
Suffice.
So she probably this was probably filmed in 1989 and aired in 1990, so she's 31.
Possibly, yeah.
Why isn't this woman the main character on Risa? It's like she's just just there for the elevator shot.
Yeah, she wasn't paid to talk.
It's like, cool, this is what we're going to be seeing a lot of this.
And there's the roofie drink right there.
Oh, that's not cool, man.
No, it's not. Yeah, I don't know what to say.
And then there's the let's put the chest right into the screen as it plays.
At least they got, beefcakes walking around too. I'm glad they have an equal
Equality,
representation. Yeah. I wonder if they had discussions of should we have a male host providing services to a male customer here? Or
And this is what, why would he take this antique book with him? It's like, I have some antique books that I love, and I would not take them to the
Return.
pool with me.
My apologies.
Or really anywhere
I
with
fear
me.
I've yet to master the art of hoverball.
hoverball.
Joey would say.
Yeah.
You suck at hoverball.
I'm employed here.
It's the national sport of Risa. Hoverball.
You usually need 2 to play, don't you?
Yeah, you do.
You find me amusing.
Oh man.
It's just that you are the 5th woman to ask me that question. Listen, all I require is sensitive silence.
He's very angry that people are hitting on him.
Hello.
So,
And afterwards,
this makes me realize that I think more Picard is a psychosexual. He enjoys people who are intelligent.
Yeah.
Either socially or emotionally. Well, no, not emotionally. Socially or academically. That's what he values the most in a partner. And so... Oh, Riker set him up.
Are you implying this has some special meaning?
Well, it says open for business right here on the front.
to own one is to call forth its powers. To display it is to announce you are seeking Jamahalan.
I wondered...
Why don't they just call it Whoopi? You're seeking Whoopi.
Jamahalan?
I wondered...
Well,
in
because
this
I didn't
universe-
forget that that's what I got from making it.
They got a lot of cushions, too.
Yeah.
It would be hilarious if you had Guinan in this episode.
Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah.
Doesn't she have like a nude photo of her in a bathtub full of milk somewhere?
Oh, God.
Where the hell did you get that?
I just remember that from Crazy.
Why would you remember that?
We need to get off this topic.
I don't mean on the planet. I just meant on the Enterprise, encouraging him to go on a
They
vacation.
cut from The Simpsons with the bottomless pit where the guy's like, I was a fool to think anyone would want nude photos of Whoopi Goldberg. I'm so sorry.
I just meant like if she was on the ship encouraging him to go on vacation.
Hey, everybody, it's
Steven,
Max
right?
Croydon chick.
Hey, look at that guy. He's a really good actor. I like Max a lot. Too bad he passed away.
No, that's the other guy.
Oh, it's the other guy. Oh, he
Aaron
plays
Eisenberg passed
Rom.
away,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's right. Not...
Interesting fact: the shirt that he's wearing in this, they end up wearing again in Deep Space Nine.
I'm not surprised. It's a good shirt.
I mean, the makeup's a little different. He's a little bit different of a character. He's doing a little bit of a Peter Lorre thing here. Mm-hmm. Yes. When I was paid, where is the money?
I demand you talk.
Does he have the item?
Yeah. The item.
Demands carry little weight with me. Obviously, you've never
Peter Lorre was Hungarian, but he would frequently be cast as East Asian men.
too often.
He played Mr. Wu.
Or trust it.
I absolutely love how he has a tattoo on his right lobe.
Yes.
That is, you don't see that kind of detail a lot.
Don't mess with Picard.
Yeah.
I advise you to listen closely, but I will not say this again.
I have one gigantic lobe. You have
That's
two.
no. The lobes are their ears.
Oh, I thought it was the bumps
Yeah,
on
when
their
they talk
heads.
about the lobes for business, they're talking about their ears.
Expect me to believe such feeble lies? I don't care what you believe.
I mean, can't you at least use some sort of innuendo? It's so much more fun. It's like you don't want to play.
Where's the Maltese Falcon?
Yeah.
This guy's a really bad criminal. He just volunteered a lot of unnecessary information to Picard.
Well, that's why it would have made more sense if it was the holodeck. It's like, the exposition is delivered by the woman who tells him about what the statue is, and then this guy tells him, what the game he's about to play is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Or, yeah, it's just he's on a holodeck thing, and Riker doesn't tell him about all the women.
Yeah.
It's just Riker's like. He's like, computer, how many women is Riker programmed into this?
Yeah.
And it just lists off this humongous number.
Smoke just starts coming out of the panel. And,
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed, but there's an Andorian in the background.
Yeah.
We got to see, I think, her antenna. I'm not sure. It's kind of out of focus.
That's fine with me.
And there's a silver fox back there just kind of scratching his arm hair.
Yeah, that would... This would have been good for Mark Harmon was still... I think he and Patrick Stewart are probably about the same age. No, they're not.
No, Mark Harmon's much younger.
But he was still kind of doing... he had just come off of doing kind of college heartthrob movies at this time. But he would have been a fun cameo in this.
The name's Vosh.
So I remember...
James Bosch.
Yeah. Patrick, I remember you saying many times that Patrick Stewart was very uncomfortable with the role that he was asked to play.
No, this is what he wanted to do this.
Oh, he wanted to... So
Yeah.
Patrick Stewart wanted the action-adventure Picard.
Yes, that's what he wanted versus how the show wrote it. He kind of demanded there be an episode like this every season.
That's why when you see in First Contact, they go out of their way to make him...
Yeah, with his big arms and
where
climbing
he's-
around in the...
Where he's free climbing a rope with just by flexing his biceps.
Or
you know.
driving the dune buggy in Nemesis.
Yeah, just completely different Picard in the movies.
That explains why he's a badass every now and then, is because he had some pull with the writers, I guess.
What did he tell you? I bet there wasn't a big trick to it.
And you said you didn't know her.
I don't.
And I don't need to. Return the disc to me.
I swear this is the longest I've ever seen Picard just say, "Leave me alone."
Yeah.
It's been for 5 minutes now, maybe 10. He's been saying, "Leave me alone."
Perhaps I could explain this to you.
Oh, she slips the disc into his vest. Now the plot gets started.
I have a proposal I believe you'll find most interesting.
It would have been funny if they had a room here that was like the leave me alone room, and it's all the guys that compute the weather controls and everything. Hi, I'm Jeff, and this is Tony. It's like, I swear to God, like, she walked up to me and like ran her hand down my arm, and I was like, yeah, right, lady.
So these are our space mitten people. We heard you were looking for Jamaharan, or what?
Vogons, I hate Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
We traveled 300 years into the past to find you.
I love how they just come out and say it. They're time travelers. They don't waste any time.
All right, let's assume for the moment that I believe you. That you are...
Don't be waving that
don't
statue.
point that at me. It's
man.
offensive.
What is it you want from me?
Oh, you need mittens, sir.
Yeah.
Look at those. They're like little lobster claws. How funny would it have been if it were a couple of Zoidbergs instead?
That's good.
We left behind a mysterious device known as...
The Tux Utat.
Essentially, that's
Spelled
Yeah.
Tux You That.
It's spelled MCGUFFIN.
which was invented by a scientist outdated in the 23rd century. The U-type is a quantum...
Hey, wait a minute.
capable of holding all nuclear reactions within a star.
All I want now is a big vat of cocktail sauce.
Oh, I'd hate to see this artifact pop up in Picard.
The Toxutot.
Well, because they said, well, it just inhibits all nuclear reaction in a star, and of course that's how the star of
Hey,
Yeah.
maybe it was the Toxutot.
yeah.
When we return...
And
That's not at all what happened.
yeah, but I'm just saying,
That you completely different scientific principles there. To render a star, you used to have the star go out and it would just go cold and the planet would freeze. A supernova is not caused by
I'm sorry.
fusion reaction dying out in a star. It's,
So the Toxutot is like a light switch for stars.
Yeah.
Basically.
Oh, I'm sorry. Should we bring out the red matter then? Jeez, you want to
Every
talk
J.J. Abrams thing ever
no,
has
but
the red
but
matter.
an actual supernova is an event that's been cataloged versus
If I find...
what they were talking about. I'm sorry, but it's just no.
Yeah.
Okay, a side quest.
They're still talking about the Taxutat.
They're like the Ryzen people are like, okay, he doesn't want to have sex with that woman. He can go look for an artifact.
And that's exactly
No
kind of
sex
something
involved.
they would do here.
Yeah.
Is that the woman would walk back to her boss, who'd be watching him, saying, "Wait a minute, why aren't you massaging him? He doesn't want a massage. He's obviously a wannabe Indiana Jones." Like, all right, well, we'll just look through the catalog, go put on the lobster costume, and tell him there's a time traveling something. And there we go.
It was all just an elaborate deception to make you feel more relaxed at your trip on Risa.
Why not? I'd love that if you show up there and some people show up and say, you were the only one who can help save the future. Quickly, we have to go on this quest. I would drop what I'm doing and go, let's go. Be like a 24th century fantasy camp, pretty much.
So I love how he just casually brings the disc back to Bosch. Now, her backstory was she was kicked out of the Daystrom Institute. Is that right?
No, she was allegedly hired by the Daystrom Institute to bring them this thing.
Ah, okay.
But it turns out she's full of it about that too.
You think they could hire somebody to come in and fix your room up? You know, it is. It is a resort. You know, it's.
I mean, this is a universe where there are races that are just bred for service.
That's right.
Too.
And she's taking away their job. It's like the checkout counters at grocery stores.
Please, ma'am, no. I have to turn, chairs back over all the time. And
you just get the maid from Family Guy.
Yeah.
No. Lemon pledge lady.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But a Ferengi.
Thank God he's crossing his legs.
Kovac and I definitely are not.
There's nothing to see there.
I watch him do a basic instinct shot.
I think they made a joke about that on
With you.
on what's it called? Not Family Guy, American Dad.
Yes.
Which Patrick Stewart is on all the time.
Yeah, he's like one of the secondary characters there, right? He's like the boss, the head of the CIA.
Yeah. All he cares about is selling it to the highest bidder.
Whereas you, of course, have a nobler purpose in mind.
I told the professor.
They are still talking about this.
Oh, the professor. I'd like to meet your professor. Okay, we figured it out.
I like how it's a disc and he's just running around like a fidget spinner.
Well, the
discs are more durable.
The Daystrom Institute must be quite a deal.
Yeah,
it's pretty much the the hallmark of something.
It's the.
Is that an order?
Absolutely.
This isn't a starship.
It's like the working at the Smithsonian, basically.
Right.
Yeah, it's the premier independent research institute. It was brought about after the original series episode, The Ultimate Computer,
From the moment I met you,
where they had one of the genius guys go mad creating a supercomputer that could run the whole Starship Enterprise.
So, where exactly is the location?
That's the other thing is you can't really see where he gets won over by all this nonsense. You look like a man who can handle trouble. He's like, okay, I threw compliments like that off for the first 10 minutes, but now I'm good with it.
It's because he really wants to do this. He's already decided. No matter what she says, we're going on an adventure.
You're going to make a wonderful team.
I love how Picard's all of a sudden he's really excited. Like, let's go gear up. Yeah. I'll meet you in the lobby.
Well, it's like he said. It's like finding out. It's like finding out. It's like not only is she hot, she's also an incredibly intelligent nerd too.
I never did this on the holodeck.
Yeah. Oh, what unusual fabric he's wearing.
Did you think you could sneak away from me so easily?
Oh, they got caught. They didn't even have a chance to adventure. And where's his day pack?
He's going to
get everything on hers.
Yeah, they'll switch it.
Blouse pants.
Putting your trust in this woman.
It would be a worse mistake to trust you.
Silence.
Here comes the punch to end all punches, people. Brace yourselves. This is the most epic thing we've ever seen Picard do so far.
He's got a tool from IKEA or something.
Yeah. And used my money to make her way here.
My money. Honey.
Greedy and unscrupulous woman.
I love it. Yeah, exactly. The Ferengi would be really excited about her being greedy and unscrupulous.
Well, that's why he's a perfect mate for a Ferengi.
As are you,
human.
But he's also cool with her wearing clothes. He doesn't complain about that.
We don't really learn about that until Menage a Troy.
No, first episode with the Ferengi.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, look at that punch.
Oh, I hope nothing got broken there, kid.
Right. Oh, it's all cartilage.
I like how Picard just tosses it in the bushes, like, not concerned some kid might find it, and,
We talked about this in our commentary for the High Ground. There's a guy that just has to clean all of the cigarette butts, condoms, and old guns out of there.
Old guns.
Yeah, gets to keep all the change he finds.
I bet you landscapers outside of resorts find all sorts of weird stuff.
Oh yeah,
in the bushes.
And money. I used to walk. To work down kind of Cop Alley, where all the high schoolers would get pulled over for drugs and stuff. But I had so much money because they would just throw stuff out of their car windows.
Yep.
I averaged about $35 a week.
Whoa!
Yeah, it was nice.
How much of a contact high did you get from all this?
I did take a pipe one time. I'm just glad I never smoked it. It was like a metal one. I couldn't clean the resin out of it. Had it for years.
Again, another really uncomfortable bedding situation.
Yeah,
they're
very comfortable themselves, though it's a little odd.
I've always felt that the people in Star Trek just had no comfortable beds. Everything, they slept in their uniforms. Everything was that weird, slippery nylon stuff.
It makes me think of when Fry goes to the planet on Futurama where gender disappears. And he goes to sleep with Amy under one arm and Leela under the other. Just all tucked in.
I don't remember that.
Oh, it's so good. Yeah, everybody's gender goes away. They're all gender neutral. They all just sleep like seals.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, there's no more awkwardness.
Yeah.
Any woman who can beat a Ferengi at his own game, there's one.
See, and this is where he's even more in love, because Picard enjoys wit and intelligence.
Okay.
And he is about manipulation. He realizes Vash is smart and can manipulate the crooks. She's the crook of the crooks.
I dig where you're coming from, but that would also mean that eventually, what's her name? Mrs. Troy would be able to win him over in the same way.
No, because Mrs. Troy just came out and said, let's do it.
Yeah.
Whereas...
She can manipulate because she has telepathic ability. This person relies on her, just her skill and her guile to do it.
Vash doesn't come out and say, come get me. She kind of plays with him like, what, you think it's going to be that easy? You're going to give me an order? Forget it. I'd play by my own rules. And Picard finds it challenging when people don't listen to him, because he's in an environment where people listen to him and respond to what he has to say all the time. And now he's faced with reality. Here's a person who clearly has their own agenda, and he has to deal with it. And he steals the blanket. That's a great little gag.
She respects him, but not for the reasons that other people respect him.
It's very similar to his double ushering Beverly out of his room like he did.
Yeah.
He's like
well, this is really more of it's their flirting game.
Yeah.
European seating.
It's like you'll see the awkwardness. Is like he's a completely different person around her, and he likes the idea like this is what I could have been. And you see that again when she comes back in the episodes further down the line, Cupid, when she's calling him Jean-Luc and hanging out and being very casual, and everyone's just like, oh my God, what did you just say to him?
Yep.
And then again, when you go into Tapestry, when they talk about his youth, this is pretty much how Picard probably was in his youth.
Yeah.
He was a womanizer, he was a swashbuckler and adventurer. And this is him sort of getting to relive that. Is like, hey, I don't have to be, Captain Picard here. I can be just, Jean-Luc.
That's who Jean-Luc is, right?
Yeah.
Here.
I do love, though, that Vash is the transition between 80s hair and 90s hair.
Huh! Yeah, I never thought about that before.
Because, that woman that came up and was flirting with it was still very much like big 80s hair. And now we're back to, the flat cut. I mean, this is what Courtney Cox would wear for a while on Friends. Have a haircut just like this.
Look at that.
She is really cute, though.
She is definitely trouble.
Yeah, she's the bad girl. She's the one who's, come on, Jean-Luc, let's go behind the stadium and smoke.
But that's a fire hazard.
Whoa,
stole this flask from my parents' liquor cabinet.
It's the early fire caves, everybody.
I would have liked to have seen that scene in SD, because it looked very manipulated for HD.
Here's our completely flat cave, floor cave, just
looks like a pool full of mud.
Yeah, they filled the swimming pool with concrete, and now he's going to dig the thing out of it. It's weird that, I guess that's a mapping tool she's using, because at first it looks like a tricorder.
It's a little different.
Yeah.
It's a little bigger.
So they never really talked about
essentially
handheld football games.
So basically, it's a map with X marks the spot, and they're trying to find the X.
But then it turns out there's nothing there.
How disappointing is that? You have to dig and dig, and then they do it.
So for being an archaeologist, I love how they just casually start digging. And any archaeologist will tell you that's not what you do.
He's got his trench tool, though, which is a good thing.
Well, the bad news is those trench tools only work for about an hour and they come undone.
Yeah.
You got to keep tightening that handle on the doggone things.
And look at their backs. Oh, man. Oh, it's these guys. It's Wingus and Dingus.
Frick and frack.
Oh, I didn't tell you? I have alliances of my own. They're from the future.
Supposedly.
27th century. I can get 26
Yeah.
and 27.
You knew about this and didn't say anything?
Well,
Oh, that's kind of her game, though. You know about this and you didn't say anything? Well, tables turned, lady.
Probably not.
My point exact.
don't hit me with the shovel, though.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
It's like, you can hit me with the shovel anytime.
That's right. Just not on the ear. Don't do the ears.
That was one of the things of the entrenching tools that could be used as weapons. They'd have a bladed edge.
I want to know, this guy just happened to hike 27 kilometers
I don't
through
think,
the
I
forest.
think he might have
Transported.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Which
there
they
you
all
go.
could have done.
And he's wearing his uniform now, which I find interesting.
Please. Continue digging.
You think they would have just kind of blasted away the mud? Or vaporized
Huh, didn't
the
do
mud
anything.
That's going to come down and hurt somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, some tourist is on top of the mountain up there saying, everybody say cheese! Whack! Just vaporizes.
Better yet, there's a ship in orbit that just kind of takes over. What was that?
Ooh.
It's kind of like with the people and the lasers in the airplanes right now. Take these laser pins. And
I quit.
they are really clean for digging that much.
Look how much, yeah. This Tarzan's business is
Is he about to put his shirt back on? Yeah. Why? Because the last thing he'd want to do is put his shirt back on.
Some pathetic attempt at trickery.
trickery.
God, no wonder this guy. They've just been standing there.
Are you saying that the professor's findings were
Why wouldn't they just help?
Well, he is English, so, make himself presentable when he gives his speech.
Can't you see he's trying to deceive us? Return to
I'm not, I'm dressing for dinner.
Yeah.
I'm afraid he's right, Sovak. According to the disc, we should have reached it hours ago.
So Sovak should have just shot him right there.
Right.
Start
He's
digging
going to dig
himself.
anyway.
Yeah.
Not after having come so close.
It is most puzzling.
I love how Sovak doesn't even acknowledge those two.
We're leaving again.
There they go.
It's over, son.
All by yourselves.
Kind of looks like a version of a Stargate that isn't quite finished.
Yeah. Teal'c would have had fun with this group.
He would have.
He would have had a blast.
Teal'c and Worf, I think, would have been buddies.
Yeah.
So I hear about these paint sticks. Tell me more.
Did Don Johnson and Jeffrey Dean Anderson ever do anything together?
I don't know.
They seem like they would have been a fun pair.
So they're back
Yes.
at the hotel.
But these doors that have... There's no point to how these doors open and close. Why don't they just have... what are those called where they have the partition in the middle? Farmhouse doors? Could have just had that. You open the bottom half so the dog can run in. And
most
top
people,
half so you
when
can-
they got back from their journey, would go take a shower.
Yeah.
You can change your clothes.
Sonic
Not these-
shower.
Yeah, not these guys, though.
I mean, I'm sure they have facilities where they can shower together.
So it took them at least a night, a day and a night,
And
to
they got
go out
right
there
back
and they
there.
get back.
That
to
would have
their
actually been a
islands.
hilarious button to put on the end of it. It's like, they're excited and they're going to the showers. It's like, can we get, shower together? And there's like, kind of a fake little chubby guy sitting there like, well, together but not alone.
Oh, God.
It is Ryza.
That's an orbital ending right there.
Picard's like, okay, mood spoiled.
So we'd sleep together.
Oh, come on, you two.
Yeah.
It's not that weird.
I think this is where
Mental
Picard
flex.
figures it out
Yeah.
right about here.
We hope we're not interrupting anything important.
Oh, Riker!
Wink, wink, nod, nod.
I hope you're not busy with a young
Sorry
lady.
for the coitus interruptus, Captain. Are you on the bridge saying this? No, I'm somewhere else.
Mr. Worf. Yes, we're on the bridge.
You're Admiral number 1. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Code 14, the thing that uses the transporter as a weapon to
So,
blow
yeah,
things
blows
up.
it up.
I know, and then you just Riker's just going, God, is he going to kill that hooker down there now?
Yeah. Whoops. We haven't done this well the last 7 times, but we're due for a good one.
She might be a call lady when she's living, but when she's dead, she's a hooker.
I love that they just...
You don't have to kill the girl when
took
you're not,
all
right?
of all of the furniture from the Golden Girls and put it in this resort.
They would do great on Ryza. The Golden Girls.
Oh, for sure.
It'd be hilarious. You see them at a table in the back playing canasta.
Uh-oh. He's going to ask that question. You don't want to have that.
Betty White. I just thought it was a very long handshake.
Here we go. Picard's gonna do the call.
Oh, not that again. Not the toxic time.
We played this game last night, buddy.
We went traveling and dug a whole bit. What? Stupid.
So, Picard is saying they wanted Sovak to follow them to prove that it was missing, so it would throw them off her trail, more or less. So again, it comes down to manipulation.
Play the long game.
I would have loved to see some Q and Vash episodes. That would
have a Q and Vash episode.
No, but like on their adventures.
Oh.
You silly Picard. You knew about my burner disc all along, didn't you?
There's the crate. He gets that look on his face like a dad gets when he's got to spend the whole day buying shoes for his toddler. Like, I hadn't thought of that, but he thought of that right at the beginning and just wanted to stall for time.
Well, there's the Taxutat in the skull of one of these Geronimons.
The Ricky Tikki Tavi, if you will.
Dude, this thing looks way better than my crystal on the desk.
Yeah.
This was in the Tiki Hut? Huh. Dangerous. Not as dangerous as your transport is about to kill it.
Yeah, the world's largest cubic zirconia.
I went to the Tiki Room at Disneyland. Terrifying. Terrifying.
She was gonna sell it?
Right, the highest bidder.
Yeah, she's an archaeologist. She's a tomb raider. She's not an hour. She has archaeological skills, but she does it for profit.
Here's our mitten people asking for the device.
You didn't trust me. What makes you think you could trust them?
What? Oh.
The Vorgons have proof to back up their claim.
I mean, nobody would look like that and not.
Right.
Wait a second. Vorgons?
Have mittens, Vosh. Mittens.
Said that it was 2 Vorgons, a male and a female, who attempted to steal.
How do you tell one's a male, one's a female, though?
Oh, we know.
Their voices, I mean.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they are on Ryza.
You're gonna have to prove that you.
I think it's actually hilarious that Picard had no intention to follow up with these two to see if their claims were true.
Yeah.
That seems like a very un-Picard thing.
Or
to
he's
do.
just playing along, the whole...
Whoa, they shot her with something.
Well, it looks like the food from the last episode. Move.
Whoa, the transporter was a weapon.
She's got that, oh my lord stance,
And then they tell him that they always knew he was going to do this, and they needed to watch it happen.
Return to your own time.
Now everybody on the Enterprise is like, oh my god, we just killed the captain.
Yeah.
Can you imagine being O'Brien? It's like, I wonder who died.
Well, no, because O'Brien would have the bio sign reading, from the transporter. You know that they locked onto a solid.
They should just do it like I Dream of Jeannie, where they cross their arms in front of their chest and wink.
Nod their head.
Are you upset with me?
Yeah.
If I was her, I'd be really pissed.
And there he is, packing all those weird clothes that he brought with him.
That he never wore.
I had so many outfits I wanted to try on. I was going to Instagram Ian McKellen all day.
We can finish this on the holodeck, though.
Yeah.
Somehow I doubt you find life aboard a starship suitable.
Vash wants to tag along.
Yeah, we're a very close-knit group of people. We don't really have room for an extra.
Have we established Picard's into archaeology yet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that's one of the things he wanted to do was go on an actual archaeological dig, and they told him, no, you need to go to the sex planet.
Yeah. That's why, when he gets to the sex planet, he goes, would you like to go to the sex
gold...
planet and go on an archaeological dig?
Well, if the Golden Girls were there, he could have gone on an archaeological
Stop
dig.
that! Oh!
Well, here we go. They're saying goodbye. He does care. I think he likes the idea of kind of like what you're saying. He's dancing right on the edge of just maintaining that fantasy, but making sure that it doesn't follow through.
Well, no, it's more like I like doing this on vacation and then being able to then go back to the Enterprise and and not have to do this again for a year.
It's a summer fling.
Pretty much, yeah. It's this vacation thing. It's like, I can come down here where none of the crew is around to see me, be good old-fashioned Johnny, and then go back to the Enterprise and, combat is on crooked.
Oh, but when we see Vash again, the look on Dr. Crusher's face is pretty hilarious.
Oh, yeah. That'll be
met on Risa.
I know, and then Riker's just got this, I knew it! I knew it! Deanna, you owe me $5!
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. It's like,
oh, he's got some spring in his step.
That's right. A little hitch in his giddy up.
My pipes are clean!
Oh, yes. Number one. About that whole gone you requested.
Uh-oh. What are you talking about?
You and I need to have a little chat about it.
Whoa.
Oh.
Tell you what, counselor. You tell me.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a great time.
But not for the reasons you realize, Mr. Riker. Well, there we go.
Oh boy, oh boy.
We wrapped another one. Look at that.
We did it. We got over the hump.
Woo! Well, that was not terrible.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that.
Not me.
No, you didn't enjoy it?
No, I'm going 2 again.
How many?
2.
How many Horgons or how many Taksutats?
Yeah, let's do Horgons because I'm never gonna remember how to say Taksutat.
There you go.
I'm gonna give it 1.
1. I gave it 2.
Yeah.
1 is
The loneliest number that you'll ever do.
Well, why is it a 1?
It's a 1 because it was a Patrick Stewart mandated episode that he have an adventure like this. Although I like the second Vash episode quite a bit, I really don't like Vash.
Ah, okay.
And,
as a person?
As a character, yeah.
Yeah.
I liked that it was much more interesting later on when they do the episode where it's possible that Picard had a son with somebody you didn't know about.
Yes.
Other romantic stuff that they've done on the show has been better.
It's more plausible too.
Like even what's her name, the Judge Advocate General that he had some kind of a relationship with. That was actually interesting. Vash would have been fine one time. I mean, even that again, it just bores me to tears.
It reminds me of the guy who buys a hot rod because he's in his midlife crisis.
Yes.
And Vash is definitely that hot rod.
He was, Patrick Stewart was winking at 50.
Well, how about you, Tom? You said you gave it 2?
I'm giving it a 2. Mainly because that seemed to be like it brought in characters we're going to see again, but you got to wait a while, You're going to see the gal that's in that again. You're going to also see the Ferengi, is that what it is?
Yeah.
He's going to show up, but
The actor will, but not the character.
Right. So, just a 2.
I'm going to give it 3. I don't have as much issue with it. I think this episode was placed in the wrong order. This episode shows us, we all have extensive knowledge of the Next Generation. We've seen all the seasons. So, for me, like I said, I get what they were doing with it, but you don't know enough about Picard to understand why he was attracted to Vash. If you'd shown this episode after Tapestry, you'd get it because you would see the tendencies that she would bring out in him from his youth, and why he wants to basically, it's his whole, he spent the last 30 or something years, 30, 40 years, well, you know, in this I guess 40 years, plus being the whole straight uniform, I'm in command, you know, yes I'll take risks, but I'll take military risks.
Right.
Kind of stuff. Here, this is his chance to pretty much, it's like when people say they go on vacation and they make up a fake name and pretend they're somebody else. It's him getting to be, you know, the old, younger adventure Jean-Luc Picard again. And he gets to do it exclusively confined to with her. He can be, you know, like, I guess almost his true self with her. And then, as you see, immediately, the minute he beams back on the bridge, he's in his clean-pressed uniform.
Yeah.
And he goes back to doing what he's doing. And again, the crew never really knows what happened. Because when she comes back, everyone is just shocked. Like, how does the captain, you know, with this person and all this other stuff. And even when she reappears on Deep Space Nine later on, and O'Brien's like, oh yeah, she's an old friend of the captain. Even Sisko, who doesn't know Captain Picard all that well, goes, really? I'm kind of surprised by that. That's, you know, not anything I would have thought of. And so it's a good. It's the episode served its purpose. It was good. It was, you know. Again, one of those, if I ran the zoo kind of things, I could easily make it where they set it up for it was it wasn't a real plot. It was just you see those two people take their lobster masks off afterwards, and they're all from Ryza. It was like, all right, well, the captain had a good time, so Riker got what he paid for.
Yeah, they take their masks off, and they take their masks off, and it's not even that.
It's Riker and Deanna.
It actually is Riker and Deanna. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, all right.
They were having fun. They had a little adventure.
You know, and do that kind of thing. And so that would, you know, that thing. But again, if they put this episode, if they put Tapestry earlier on, I think we could have done a lot of stuff like this with Picard, where you could see he does his whole, I've got a secret side of Picard that no one sees. That would have made more sense for the previous episode, too, where you see Picard hanging out and doing more, you know, being romantic with Beverly and stuff like that. Because you know he's got that side of him, but he never sees it, and he's never shown it before. I mean, if you would put Tapestry right around here in the third season, early on, there's a lot of episodes in the third, fourth, fifth, you know, and all the other seasons that would make a lot more sense, knowing more of his youth like that. Than I think. So that's why I'll give it a 3. It's a good episode in the wrong spot.
I'm going to give it a 2, and it's going to be kind of an amalgamation of what everybody said. I like the idea of, like, if this was a Stuck on the Holodeck episode, and with Vash being a real person, so, like, say, like, she's the guest from the, you know, Federation Archaeological Council. You know, if he had spent the night with somebody on the holodeck with the same character as Vash, that'd be way less believable and very bombastic, outrageous for everybody. Like, you did what? So, you know, yeah, they needed to go down to Ryza, I guess, in order to make that work. I'm getting tired of saying this. This episode really primes the pump for more stuff in the future. Yep. And you know, how many more pump priming episodes do we need? I mean, ask Riker. He's like, I'm going to prime the pump as much as I can, but I don't know. It was fun. It was fun. So yeah, I stick by my 2. It's definitely a forgettable episode. Well, with that being said, we're going to wrap it up. We'd like to say thank you much for listening. Check out some of our content on the Two True Freaks Network, where we review Big and Back to the Future. I think Little Mermaid's on there?
Little Mermaid is on there.
Wow, cool. Yeah, we cover a lot of movies from the same time period as Star Trek The Next Generation. So, with that, I'd like to say have a wonderful day.
Why am I interviewing you guys?
So you're the guest.
So Sascha, what is Star Trek Next Generation?
I'm the guest. So Sascha, what is Star Trek Next Generation?
Seek us out at Next Generation's First Generation at iTunes, Google Play, and YouTube. Music credits include Electric Car by Poddington Bear, Broke for Free, As Colorful as Ever, Glass Android, and Star Song by Lee Rosevere. Audio engineering by Sascha Shouties. Chief Meme Maker and episode cover credit goes to Matthew Kirschner. Logo and graphic art design credit goes to David Clawwitter. And special thanks to Patrick Delmore for working with other podcasts to make sure the good word gets out.
Do you have a podcast that you think people should be listening to? Send us your promos and we'll play them on the show. If you'd like to email the show, you can email us at nextgenfirstgenpod@gmail.com. I've been Patrick Delmore.
And this is Sascha Shouties. Thank you very much for listening and have a wonderful day.
Good night.